Richard Bach came up with a saying once that the way to be happy is to find what you love to do and do it no matter what it takes. And if you're real lucky, you'll find somebody who'll pay you to do it. And that's exactly what happened to me. I learned to fly when I was 39 years old because I guess I was sort of going through a midlife crisis and decided I wanted to do something different with my life, and took one glider flight, and it changed my whole life. We primarily teach people to fly, and then we also have club members here who have their own sailplanes and fly on a regular basis. In addition to that, we fly rides for the public. Glider is nothing but an aircraft that does not have a motor, just like an airplane is an aircraft that does have a motor. The way we get them in the air here at Bermuda High Soaring is with what we call a tow plane. It has a rope attached to it, and we hook it up to the glider, and it pulls us up to whatever height we want to go within reason. Normally, the training flights we go to about 3,000 feet. Once you learn what you're doing and you have your own plane, then you normally would take a tow to 2,000 feet, and then instantly you would start looking for lift if you were in your own plane. In training, if we go to 3,000, then we start the maneuvers and the training that you're required to have before you can fly the plane by yourself.
I've always wanted to fly a plane. Ever since I was a little kid, I was interested in aviation and aircraft. So when I heard that there was an opportunity here, you know, for a 15-year-old to come fly here, I was like, wow, this is awesome. So I signed up the first chance I got, and I've been loving it ever since.
How does a sailplane work? It works just like an airplane, with the exception of we don't have an engine. But the control surfaces on a sailplane are exactly the same as the control surfaces on an airplane. We have a stick that's between our legs that we can move in any direction. If we're sitting in a glider and we want to go faster, we simply push the stick that we have forward. The nose goes down a little bit, and now we're on a steeper hill. So now we know how to make it go fast or slow, but we also want to know where we're going. So where are we going? Well, we can go left or right. And we have that same stick, and we move it left. The left wing will tilt down, and the plane will start turning left. If we say that's enough left turn, let's get straight and level, we bring the stick back to the center, the wings will level. Same way if we want to go right. Move the stick to the right wing will start down, and the plane will start turning in that direction. But then we have foot pedals that you'll see, and they also have to do something. And what they do, and that's the rudder. When we try to make the plane turn, what we don't like is when I try to make it turn, the nose goes in the wrong direction. We say, what is that? I didn't want to go there, I wanted to go there. Put that wing down, I wanted to go there. So we have pedals in the plane that force the nose to go in the direction we want. The concept of soaring is really what you see when you see hawks and buzzards and eagles flying. If you notice, sometimes you'll see them and they're never flapping, but they're circling and they're going up. Well, they're finding this rising air. And every day the sun's shining, there is the sun heating the earth in turn heating the air, and the air moving up like a column. Those are like our signposts. Those are our gas. We go and we try to find those columns of air going up, and we circle them just like the buzzards and the hawks and the eagles. And if we can stay in it, which takes the rest of your life to exactly figure out how to do that, and we're always trying to learn, but we circle them just like a bird does, and we climb. And then when we get up to however high we want to go, or up to where the cloud is, we're not allowed to fly in the clouds. That's illegal. So we have to stay below the clouds. But then we can take off, and we have this altitude that we can use to try to go somewhere. But eventually we're going to start getting lower and lower, and so we have to find another piece of rising air. And if we can keep doing that, then we can fly tremendous distances.
Just the feeling when you're in the air and you look down and you see that you're a couple thousand feet off the ground, and you're kind of isolated, but it's a good feeling, really. It's just, there's nothing like it, you know? It's such a unique feeling.
Sense of freedom, absolute sense of freedom. When you're up there, you're on your own, you hold your destiny in your hands, so to speak, and it's a matter of, I think, the satisfaction that you get from most sporting activities where you get to exercise skill, and that can be very self-satisfying and very rewarding.
It's been a great life. I never thought I'd be doing something this long, this one thing, and still be as enthusiastic as I am. It's almost like a religion, like a philosophy. If people don't do this, they'll never understand what I'm really talking about. But you get up there and it's a whole nother world. all the bad things that you maybe think about, they're not going to happen, then it just becomes pure enjoyment. I can imagine life without it, and hopefully I'll never have to experience it. I've been doing it now since, again, 1985, so that's nearly 30 years, and it's the best life I could possibly have.